going on, folks? It's early morning, it's about 6 a.m. And, I had a pretty interesting evening last night at the bar. It was pretty nice, and I enjoyed myself. I'm still out on vacation. I'll be back sometime next week. But I'm going to have a cup of coffee. I have it brewing. And so, yesterday on the beach, I was watching a video from ASSC Direct about the narcissist and cheating. And it was a pretty interesting video because, I rarely get into relational aspects of narcissism. I always talk a lot about, interpersonal work relationships and family functions and so on. But I never really get into emotional aspects of the narcissism. And that's why that video was pretty good, because it made me realize in a relationship, and I talk a lot about being prepared and understanding people around you, but in a relationship, do we really know who we're dealing with? Do we really know our partners? And that's what that video made me think about. So I want to give you credit, ASSC. Pretty good video, man. You guys go check this man out on his channel. He's pretty good. But I'm going to get into this morning, before I get my coffee. And, I probably hit the beach a little bit later on once the sun comes out. There's some joggers out. And it's pretty nice out here, But who do you know in a relationship? I mean, do you really know that person that you're with is what I mean. And he was speaking about how the narcissist in an interpersonal situation will view the victim as an object. And that's important when you're talking about love, because, love has attachments. And when you attach to something that's less relative to from an emotional aspect, when you just attach to something from a physical aspect, then it's not really love. And narcissists will have sex and engage with other people for self-fulfillment. And that's all it's about. So when you fall in love, if you're an unsuspecting person and you fall in love, then you're gonna run into a wall one day, because that person is merely pretending, right? Those emotions aren't real, and it's purely physical for them to fulfill something for themselves. They're only doing it for their own enrichment. So they will take their eyes off the ball. Well, if you take your eyes off the ball, so to speak, if you, as long as you're there to feed their supply, then they're going to be okay. But the moment that you turn your back, or the moment that you go on a trip or leave or do something, they will cheat, because they never really were loyal to you from the start. And that's what I want you guys to understand about a narcissistic relationship. And when you leave vulnerable spaces in your life, it may be that job you have, it may be, that career or whatever you're doing in your life that gives you time to go and get away to do something. If you leave those people unattended, they will find something else to get into. And that's how these people think. Because they never loved you from the start. And that was a pretty good video, though. I was at the bar last night, and there were a lot of couples at the bar. I mean, lots. And people were all hugged up on each other, and, and just everything. And kissing and all of this stuff. And so I thought to myself, how many of these people are narcissists who have snuck out from their homes or something to spend time at this bar with this other person? How many of these people are cheaters in that sense? And I saw a lot of that. How many of the relationships and the people were just physical, hooking up or whatever? So I want you guys to understand the real value of love is that person is there to support you under any circumstances, and the love is unconditional. Real love is unconditional. You know, you may truly love that narcissist unconditionally, and even when they hurt you, you may have some form of Stockholm Syndrome or something, and you may still want to show them love, but you need to get out and get away. And look at that as a blessing in disguise, because that person was only going to further harm you down the line. You know. So it was for the greater good. It was for your best, you know, for the best outcome. You know. I'm not trying to make you guys paranoid. I just wanted you to be thinking about, some of you guys get into love situations and they're based strictly on physical, you know, communication, meaning that you touch and explore, and it's not based on the interpersonal, the real meat and potatoes of love and relationships that build the bonding and the trust. If you can't trust a person, then there can't be any bonds. You know? We don't bond with people we don't trust. And so love is no different. You wouldn't enter a business arrangement with anyone who is questionable, would you? So in love, we need to vet our lovers. You know, look before you leap, especially if your heart's involved. Just something to think about. I love bad behavior people, but I love to love from a genuine place and be loved from a genuine space or place. We all are here for that. We all want to find that person, you know, who we can, you know, grow old with. So it's important. Yeah, if you guys want to know more about that, check that video out from ASSC Direct. Like, share my videos, subscribe. I'm going to get this cup of coffee, and I'll catch you guys on the beach later on. You take care.